Hello, this is for the final sketchbook tour, and this is a little unconventional from my other sketchbook tour videos because I did this digitally on my phone with my fingers. I will say though that the program that I used was Sketchbook. That's it. It's literally an app called Sketchbook. The little icon is in the App Store, is just like a pencil with an orange background. It's very simple. And so this is for the movie Sinners. I watched it like last month and I absolutely fell in love with it. I watched it with my friends and like some family. I've seen it I think like 3 times at this point. I really like this movie. So the scene that I'm depicting here is a scene like towards the very beginning of the movie between the Smokestack twins, where they're exchanging a cigarette between each other. And the reason why I picked it is because on a technical level, it's so interesting to see and like know how they did it. Because they set it up on a rig so that Michael B. Jordan could film it with his stunt double like over and over again until it was perfect. And like the exchange was very smooth and it looked very real, so that it kind of established to the audience in a visual way like that they were two separate people. It was very cool, very, very cool. I like the scene a lot. I feel like this is very simple. I like the composition of it. These are supposed to be Michael B. Jordan's hands. It's supposed to be a cigarette passing to the other. And one of the things that inspired me for this background, I knew I kind of wanted it to be plain. I originally planned to do this with my pencils and sketchbook, but I was procrastinating and this was a little bit quicker. However, I still like the finished product in the end, especially without any like typography or anything like that, no title or like directed by. I was going to do that originally, but then I found it very difficult to find like a font and a color to do for the title and the subtitle because of how the pattern in the back is set up. So what I did here is I laid down the flat colors for everything, and then I went in and I rendered the skin how I usually do in my digital drawings. And I actually took a picture of Michael B. Jordan and the original picture that I reference this from, so that I use the original picture that this came from as a reference for the shadows, and then I use Michael B. Jordan just to like color pick, and so I got the skin tone accurate as possible. As for the background, I was inspired by Professor Jones, because he told me about this artist that did the presidential portrait for Obama, and how typically in his paintings he has like a floral patterned motif in the background where it's like plain color and then very like kind of repeated with some variation, kind of like floral background. Very cool. And that's not exactly what I did, but I did want to include like a flower motif or just like a repeated symbol. So what I have here is, because the movie is set in Mississippi, I put a closed bud and an open like southern magnolia flower, and I just repeated it back and forth so that it created this cool pattern. And of course, because Sinners is a vampire movie, I made it like this nice deep like rich red color. So this is for the final, and I really like the result.